Hi, I'm Jen, and this is a little bit of everything. Tonight we are going to be cooking barbecue ribs without the barbecue. So let's get started. Here we have our bowl. We are going to put together a dry rub for these ribs. We're going to start with 1.5 cups of brown sugar. We are going to add 1/2 cup of salt, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1.5 tablespoons of garlic, and 2 tablespoons of onion. Now we're going to mix that all together in our bowl. We have our dry rub all mixed up. We've taken our whole rack of ribs and we've put it on a sheet of tin foil. Now we're going to go ahead and massage the dry rub into the meat. Don't be afraid to go way overboard on this dry rub. This is a lot of your flavor. So we're going to go ahead and put a good coat down. And we're going to rub it into the meat so that it's thoroughly covered. When we're done with this side, we are going to flip these over and do the other side as well. Feel free to push it down and pack it in. Now we have a really good layer of dry rub on this. We're going to flip it over and do it all over again, making sure to get every nook, cranny, and crevice on this meat. Okay, now that we have this meat thoroughly dry rubbed and seasoned, we're going to start to wrap this back in the tin foil, and we're going to go ahead and start preheating our oven. We're going to want to bake this at 400 degrees for 45 minutes to an hour. It is very important that you thoroughly wrap your ribs before you put them in the oven. You don't want them drying out. So what I do is I take this and I roll it. Push it down, and I fold the ends over, nice and tight. Now this baby is going to be going into our oven. Remember, 400 degrees on bake for 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to put this in the oven and we will come back to you when it is time to pull it out and sauce it. Welcome back. It's been a little closer to an hour than the 45 minutes I thought, but we've got these pulled out of the oven. Now we're ready to open them up and see where we're at. Careful, the steam will escape and these things are hot. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at all that juicy goodness. We look like we are ready to sauce. I'm going to drain a little bit of this juice off, and then we're going to go ahead and sauce these. Now we have trimmed the tin foil down so we can just tuck it around the bottom of our baking sheet. Quick little lazy trick. We've drained off the extra juice. We're not going to be needing that. We're going to go ahead and set our oven on broil 500 degrees so that it heats up. Now we're ready to sauce these ribs. You can go ahead and use whatever your favorite barbecue sauce is, or you can use my sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. The video's in the link right here. I'm using my sweet and spicy barbecue sauce, so let's get to work. Now don't be shy with the barbecue sauce. We're gonna broil this on so you get a little bit of that yummy, crunchy black stuff that we all love on our ribs. We're gonna go ahead and sauce them very liberally. And these are gonna go back into our oven on broil at 500 degrees for 10 minutes a side. I'm gonna put these in the oven. We'll be back in 10 minutes and I'll show you the other side. 10 minutes later, we've got a beautiful, beautiful char on one side of these ribs. I'm going to flip these guys over and we're gonna sauce the other side. And then it's gonna go back into that oven on broil for 10 more minutes. Remember, use your sauce. Don't be afraid of it. That looks beautiful. So, back into the oven we go. See you in 10 more minutes. So, it's been another 10 minutes. Our ribs are beautifully charred. There's only one step left. But, last night I was watching old TV reruns, so I'm going to try this a different way. Let's see if this works. Well, I guess I'm not that magical. Didn't work. But these things are so tender, you can literally pull them apart. Doesn't that look amazing? God, that's good. Well, I'm going to sit with my knife and get these things cut up and serve my family. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.